Hello, true believers, and welcome to Marvel Draw. I am your host, Brian Crosby, and today we're going to be drawing something extra special. We're going to be drawing the icon of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So let's go through what tools I'm going to be using here today. Again, feel free to use whatever you have around the house. I've got a regular old sheet of paper here. I've got my jumbo circle template. I've got my blue colored pencils, which I'm going to be using for the underdrawing. And then I've got my regular pencils, in this case, a size B, to do the black lines, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Now, normally I like to start very sketchy with my drawings, but in the case of the icons, I like to use my circle template. Helps keep things looking nice and clean, okay? So I'm going to be using the 3.5 inch circle here. Just like that, okay? And then I'm gonna use the 3-inch circle and go inside of that one to essentially create a 1/4 inch border all the way around my Spider-Man icon. Okay, so I kind of line that up as best as I can, and then draw the inside, just like that, okay? You see we've got now our border for the icon. And before I pull away, I want to use my template to mark where the top and the bottom and the left and the right are. You see these lines that are on my template? So I'm going to mark that as the top and that as the bottom, far right, far left. Okay? Now I'm going to use my template as a straight edge to draw a center line from top to bottom. Just like that, okay? I'm gonna do the same thing, going left to right. Just like that. Essentially creates a very important center point in drawing my Spider-Man icon, okay? Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna divide this up. Essentially think of it like a big pizza, okay? So I need 3 slices in each one of these 4 quadrants. So I'm going to just kind of eyeball this as best I can. I want them to be 3 even. And I'm gonna just look at that. Try and make that as even as I can. And do the same thing over here. And then the same thing up here. Okay, now we're gonna connect the dots. Make sure your lines are going through the center point. That's the most important thing. Okay, so you want to line those up so that they touch, and then they go through the center point. Just like that. Okay? Right, same thing over here, top to bottom. Essentially what we're going to end up with is what looks like the spokes of a bicycle, just like that. So now we got a pretty good looking wheel here, and now we're gonna be able to draw in the next piece of the icon, which are the eyes of Spider-Man, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go in about another 1/4 inch, about the same width as our border, just about right there. And we're gonna go all the way up to that next spoke, just like that. Then we're going to continue that line and go all the way up. Okay? And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Go in about 1/4 inch, and you want to try and match that. So go up to our next spoke, and then come down and around and up. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to go back to our left eye and bring that point down to the middle line on both sides. Just like that. Okay, now we need to connect those. So those are going to get curved line under here, all the way down to the other point. Okay? Curved line all the way down to this, just like that. If I'm ever going too fast for you, you can pause the video and get caught up. Okay. All right, so now you have the outside of Spider-Man's eyes. Now we're gonna do the inside. So we're gonna use our center line again. We're gonna go in, and we're gonna come up, around like that, and then down below, like that. And do the same thing on the other side. In and up, and then down and around. And if it helps, you can color these in a little bit. So you can see exactly what we're doing. So you can see Spidey's eyes there. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and make the web lines. Okay. So remember, our scooped lines are always coming in towards the center point. So in this case, you want to do a little circle right in the middle. Now we're going to use these guidelines to create the webs. Comes down and around, down and around. Now we're actually not going to use this one going down below here. So that one's going to come all the way across. Okay, that's the only guideline we're not going to use. And we're going to have 3 levels of webs. So there's going to be one here and one here. So we're going to do another web line just like that. And connect that. And just fill that in all the way around. And then we're going to do another one down here. So all the way across. Just like that. Okay. So now you got basically the underdrawing of your Spider-Man icon. So now I'm going to come in with my B pencil. I'm going to do the dark lines here. And this is an opportunity for me to kind of clean up maybe some things I didn't love the first time. So there's the outside of that and the inside of the left eye. I'm going to color that in. Okay, now we're going to go the other side. Just echo our same lines again. You can color that in. All right, and I'm going to bring my circle template back to help me make those border lines. So I just put it over where I had my blue lines before. Oops. I'm going to clean that up a little bit. That's okay if you make mistakes. Not a big deal. Go back. Finish that line the way you had it. Just like that. And now we're going to do the inside border. Okay. Now I'm going to color this in. Make that black line all the way around. Just like that. And now I'm going to use my straight edge again to make my web lines. So I'm going to start with my circle in the middle. And then I'm going to trace over my blue lines that I made before. Go top to bottom, just like that. Remember, I'm not going to use the bottom half of this center line, just the top half. Okay. Goes all the way down around the base of that eye. And then Got one down here. Just like that. And then lastly, the center. The center is actually, we're just gonna do the right up to the eye. There and there. We're not gonna go all the way through. Okay? Now we go in with our dark line and fill in our scooped lines to create our webs. All the way around. All the way across the bottom, here across the side, and across the top. Helps to make sound effects when you do this, little thwip. There you go. And there you have it. You have our Spider-Man icon. Now, of course, the last thing you're gonna do, you gotta sign your name. That helps make it yours. And here's mine, Brian Crosby. So I hope you guys had fun learning how to draw the Spider-Man icon today. Stay tuned for lots more episodes of Marvel Draw. We're gonna be learning how to draw all kinds of icons and characters and objects from around the Marvel Universe. So have fun, keep practicing, and as always, make mine Marvel.